Elements have been hard-pressed to find some success this year. Will G2 run away with it? We know that they have a tendency, or they have shown that they can pretty much grasp defeat from the jaws of victory. Elements are going to be hoping on that one. But why don't you guys tell us, hop on Twitter, at UOL Esports, hashtag G2win, hashtag EO win, as we get ready to kick off Coaches Week here in Europe. And the cheer goes up as G2 and Elements get ready to take the rift.
Let's play a game, Pyra. Let's see what G2 and Elements can do. Mainly G2. Last 2 weeks, G2 has gone downhill a little bit, I think it's fair to say. They lost to Vitality, they had that loss to Fnatic, which should never have been a loss. Like, that game was won at 10 minutes. TP and perks, remember. So you always have to think about that when you're ganking a side lane.
There he goes, there's the Poppy windup, and GIA is splatted outside of the range, so he gets himself nice and safe.
With Trick, when teams don't expect it, and it's something that's good for them, but also can be bad. Emperor getting flash. GIA is trading flash for flash, and we can already see what G2 wants to do with their comp.
Very much just a tit for tat back and forth, but no serious action that might change as Steve is caught by Kickus. A lot of damage dealt to him with that hammer, gets the knockup on the Keeper's Verdict. In comes Trick, that's gonna be it. First blood, oh, not yet, because Ica gets the ultimate on, and he's pulled back to safety. Kickus and Trick bombs on each of them. They will look to take the turret. Zilean denies that first blood. We're almost 20 minutes in, still hasn't happened here. The tower will fall in the mid. That's the number 4 for G2, so they even out with Elements.
And yeah, only one teleport for G2. That's on Perks. They're going in again.
Oh, big ultimate. And now Perks comes in just a half second too late. Hair trigger there as they decide to try to get the action going. Perks takes one bomb, not a second. Played backwards into the box. Throttle taking a lot of damage. Perks has to Frozen Tomb himself, and that's going to be first blood. It's picked up by Steve, looking for more. Gets himself a double. That's 2 for 0. Emperor now running from Gilius, and Elements have made a power move as Baron spawns on. Gilius looking for some blood, and he should be able to secure it right outside the Baron pit, unless Emperor can't get the outplay. Spider's too explosive as Rollis goes in. It's one thing after another. Why not? Kickus on the run now. 3 members down. Elements didn't lose a man in all of that.
And they're gonna get mid tower. Yeah, so many things here for Elements. Again, G2. They were playing only on 2 lanes. They were once again actually allowing Rollis to have a push on one side lane and get to a tower. They had only one teleport, as we mentioned, and they were setting up a fine play mid at first. Got that ulti from Ica, and then took mid town. That could have been enough, but they wanted more. Let's see what happens because they're going in.
Oh, big prom ulti now. All of a sudden, Elements a little bit too low. Overstay their welcome. It's Sprado who's going to pay the price for this one, but Hybrid's low on his health as well. Trick picks up a revenge kill. 1 to 3 is now the total. It's just broken wide open after the latest first blood we've had here in Europe.
Here.
Perks around the side. They may not need a big barrel once again. That's how long this has gone back and forth. Ica's got the ult on himself, Chrono Shift, but he's not down. It's Perks. Claws down 1. Takes out Steve. Forces the flash of Rollis, and Ica's getting hunted. Trick a lot of damage on him. Speedy Zilean, but can they kill him? Looking for him. Kickus sends the hammer flying. It's Corki who's out, but not dead. And Emperor will pick up a kill to answer it all. Some hectic action after 20 minutes of movements around the map. Take out even more off of it. So 3 to 4 is the kill total. Elements are looking to start this dragon as we come back into real time. But G2 are looking to fight it. Kickus has found Steve around the side. Sprado taking a full culling to the face, or the back of the head, I should say, as he gets a hook in. Hammer sends the Spider flying, and Kickus gets himself a kill. Exhaust is on. Very low. Has to be careful here. Blowback, not enough there. Kickus still hanging out, and Perks was body blocking from the collateral damager after the rockets, rather. So Elements lose 1, but it's only their support. They start up the dragon again, and G2 look to stop them.
Elements playing that fight very, very scared, despite having ulti from Ica this time. Some low members they didn't go for. They didn't want to use the ulti on Sprado.
There we go, smited away.
Gets the dragon, though, the second dragon Elements.
They get the tower burn available to them. Let's see if they can start pushing on this and sieging. Yeah. Of course, Gilius hasn't quite gone that route just yet. He's starting to with the Giant Spell.
Oh, Abyssal is good. Fine.
Yeah, that's true, but he's also, of course, got the Runic Echoes. Seeing it fairly common, and Steve is taking a little bit more damage. He sends the collateral damage out onto Kickus, but the hammer just keeps on coming. Meanwhile, Icus is running forward into Trick before he flashes. Not quite enough time, and Steve gets outplayed by Kickus. I guess it wasn't too hard when he took the hammer to the head too many times. G2 now trying to force down mid. Might turn their attention towards bottom side, but Kickus is already backing away.
Look at Rollis again.
Still
like they're just saying to Rollis, and we have double TP. We don't care about what lane you're pushing. We're just gonna go straight mid. You have double TP, so you have a guy sitting in that lane, and when Rollis is pushing, you just make a play and you TP in. instead of letting him constantly push it down over and over, this time they got a mid tower for it because Elements lost Steve, so they couldn't defend. But like, it's very fun to see how they're just allowing Rallis 3 times now to push his side lane. He has gotten 2 towers from it. Didn't get anything here. Again, Steve died, so it was bad for Elements because Steve went down. And obviously that's one of the issues. You don't have any armor penetration in this build here for Steve against a Poppy who's currently sitting on 226 armor, 25 minutes in. Great scaling W from Poppy.
Shotgun shells are just going to start bouncing off. The team, it's mostly Rallis. Not only has he shown that in his performance,
TP though.
He's got himself a lot of safety. He might need it here. And in comes the Braum ulti. Ica and Rollins are caught and locked up. Even with that, he's gone down. Gilius and Spraddle knocked up by the big Poppy Hammer. Steve coming late to the party. Gilius trying to flash away. Manages to get it. Steve gets the collateral onto Perks and takes him out to make it a 1-for-1 here. Let's see if G2 can find any more. Spraddle on the run, and they traded even. I cannot believe how that went.
Oh, Steve again, he's going in.
Yeah, Emperor realized that wasn't the best thing to take, and he backs out, quickly flashing away. 4 members of Elements now looking to march down that mid lane. Bombs are flying from Ica. They go sideways into this jungle. They turn themselves over for Baron right here? I don't think so.
A little bit too risky. No one can really tank it from Elements. It's still 4v4. Trick is full HP. Kick is close to. Steve has been getting a few kills just by sniping people with his ulti. Kick
Kick a step too far forward, shut down. Steve will finally find the kill for that one. Step too far forward into the spider trap. As Elements now eyeball this Baron. 40 seconds left on Kickus, but Perks has just come up. No teleports available for G2.
Still a bit risky, Pyro. Well, let's see. There's ulti for Ica, so that's a good thing. Gilius is fairly low. G2 is just staying around. Like, yes, you can see Elements are actually very afraid doing this Baron.
That's a big calling. Oh, they got to move out of it. Rallis takes the package up to Trick here. They want to try to get even more pickoffs as they can. Chasing, forcing the auto attacks, and Trick actually has to turn him around. He's at half his health right now. So they don't manage to secure the Baron, don't manage to get any kills, but G2 will be able to clear vision outside of the pit.
Without even technically doing that much themselves, because it's been G2 just forcing Python and now to get Emperor.
Yep. Or this time it's forcing a cat. Emperor is evaporated by Steve, and now the red buff's in contest. His Trick will be able to smite it away, but this is what you're talking about. Elements, they force you to make these mistakes because G2 are not respecting the damage that they have. They're not respecting the 5v5 that they have.
You can't do anything to defend both side lanes.
And this is big for Elements. They can secure a dragon here, although it was almost stolen away by Trick as Elements turn around looking for Kickus here. And in comes Trick to launch the big barrel, trying to knock him away, but they stay together. Steve taking half a culling, but he's perfectly fine, as tanky as he is on that Graves. No one goes down in this fight. Didn't even need the Ica ultimate. And Elements, if they can pick up a win here, this is absolutely massive for them.
And then you have like the Gragas, you have the Braum, you have the Puppy, like a strong front line, and Emperor taking some damage.
Oh boy, that was just one big rocket as Trick is trying to turn it around, flashing forward. Spraddle might be in trouble. They get, however, a little bit of cocoon onto Perks. Gilius now being chased back. Spraddle already down. G2 realizing this is the time they need to fight. Spider jukes as Gilius flashes away and turns the way they didn't expect. He should go down here though. They just need another Braum proc. Should be able to do it. Taken out. Perks gets the kill. Kickus goes in. Elements are only 3 members here. There's the frozen tube from Perks. Steve is exhausted, but he's still brave, still tanky, still doing damage, but it's not going to be enough. Finally falls down. Ica can't get his ult in time, or he'd already used it, and now Steve is back up a second time, but gets shut down. G2 find the fight they need, knocking Rallis into the wall. He's going to be able to Valk, but he's not going to live much longer. That's the ace. 35 minutes in, G2 looking to march on the base.
Yeah, very long death timers here. Wave is coming for G2. They might just be able to finish the game, and honestly, Pyra, right here we see why Elements is a bottom 4 team. They just took an engage they never had to take. They were out of position going for it. And G2 gets the fight they want and are now looking to finish the game.
All 5 members, they might be bleeding, but only Spraddle's here trying to put him up. Gets the 3 flay, but exhaust on Perks won't be enough. Spraddle, it's going to be another ace. 36 minutes in, G2 finally find the mistake after making so many of their own. They take out the Nexus. Gilius can't stop him. Nobody can stop him here, and that's going to be a victory for G2 Esports.
And as much as we were talking about how G2 were not playing correctly, and that's why Elements were still in the game, despite such a big difference in overall team level, Elements in the end, I don't know if they were feeling too confident or whatever. And I mean, G2 can be happy now, I guess, picking up that win, but they're going to look back in this game and they're going to point out a lot of situations they're like, okay, here we should do something different. This was not the correct play. Here we overextend, or the coordination was off. But like that last engage, you have this setup where lanes are going to be pushed very early, which allows the Nidalee to invade very, very easily because she knows the backup is coming because her lanes are winning, and they can like follow in very quickly. So this is a good comp for Nidalee to invade in on Elise.
Well, we'll have to see if Shook is going to shine this game. Hashtag VIT win is your vote if you think that's going to happen, or will Giants pull themselves another win? They definitely need it. We'll see if it happens.
When you start pushing for tier 2 towers, you make these trades where you're pushing up big mini waves, and that's where you can just easily use Gangplank also to mirror it. And let's see, Godfred is
caught. Oh, the flash. They keep following him. This has got to be it. First blood. No, not yet. There we go. Yarnin picks it up. 3 flashes burned for the one of Godfred, but they get the gold in the Corki's pocket. They're hoping to catch Vitality together, but look at how mobile this team is. It's going to be hard to do. Tanyaka, he's caught in the wrong neighborhood here. Nowhere to hop to. Kasing is there. Nukeduck's there. There's the flash. The spear doesn't connect, but the flash for Kasing, and they also get out of the cannon barrage. Another pickup for Vitality. Let's do this.
Yeah. Obviously, also for Vitality, you're going to have to train split pushing. Adam going in.
Oh, yes, he is. And there's a spider right behind him. Nukeduck biting off more than he could chew. But Tanyaka gets a kill for himself. Coach, you have to know. You have to be prepared for when you see a comp like this being built out.
Right, because when it comes to in-game, let's see what happens with first. Godfred.
Yeah, he's unbreakable. Still taking damage, however. Spear's not going to connect, and Cabochard looks
for Adam.
Oh, there's a teleport coming in. Adam looks for damage, and Nukeduck is low. It's Shook who's taken out. Cannon barrage right in the middle. But Tanyaka flashing away. They look for Audrey, not enough damage. Adam taking a blinding assault to the face. But it is Giants who come up with 1 kill there. Now Peppy's got to be careful not to give up the ghost. Yarnin, a lot of damage, looking to see if they can catch Yarnin. Turns him away. Maybe they can get a wombo combo.
Well, it's also about using the time when you know the other team is taking something. Oh, let's see, Nukeduck.
Yeah, there was a catch. Nukeduck a little bit low, but he's still getting out. Now Peppy Scott has to flash away. Teleport flank coming in. Adam gets the knockup this time. Unstoppable force. And he looks to chase down Kasing now. Godfred hopping to him. Play backwards. Cabochard's there. A few members of Giants have peeled off. Seems like a bit of a miscommunication, but Audrey comes right back on in. Depth charge lands onto Tanyaka. Knocks him up for just a second, but no other damage dealt. Kasing gets the hook on Baton, plays him in. Cabochard takes him out. Big anchor. And it's a 1-for-1 trade. Vitality still keeping this lead. Playing that mid-Quinn. Something not a lot of teams are comfortable with doing. Give them even more ability to push around the map. And look, he's not contested right now. He goes behind enemy lines. Batong is jumping up, but he is not going to last long. What goes up must come down. Combo TP, looks for Godfred, hooks on, and all of a sudden the power switch is gone. Nukeduck around the side, taking tower shots, but he just doesn't care at this point. And now Audrey a little bit low. There's the cannon barrage. Will force him to back away. Adam goes in with the unstoppable force. Only lands on Shook before retreating into his base. Good connection on the barrels of ex-Peppy, but still it is not enough damage. But Tanyaka and Godfred are still down for a good 18 seconds. Cabochard could fall here, but Adam has got to be careful not to overstay his welcome. Middle turret is going down, however. It will be another one for Vitality. That is number 4. They just have the power to keep pushing further on Giants. All the way out, Kasing gets Tanyaka again. They don't want to go in on that one because Godfred's there. Sends the Braum ulti out, catches 2. Barrels are set and ready, but they've already backed away except for Cabochard, who just keeps taking the line, and Nukeduck comes around the side, polishes off Godfrey, looks for Peppy, that's the double, the shield keeping him alive, and the rest of Giants are melting in the back. That's a triple kill for Nukeduck. Adam sends the ulti sky high, but it doesn't matter with no backup. That's the ace. 25 minutes, that's going to be Baron.
I mean, Vitality has had that Baron control for the last 5-6 minutes with the pink wards we talked about. When you have that Quinn who can roam between the lanes, pink wards in river is so key, and just bait a fight, honestly. Giants walk straight into it, get caught out, they end up dying very late. Coordination is not there for them, and Vitality are just in full control of this game.
So much damage on this Vitality side. 27 minutes, the pressure is high. A tower falls.
Someone has to be bot lane here.
No one's backing. Nukeduck's in the mid. Adam's trying to force the issue, but he doesn't get a single knockup now. Trying to take out Yarnin, and he gets yanked in with the lantern. Nukeduck coming around the side. Cannon barrage. Yarnin might fall here, but he's still got enough shield. Finally shut down, and Vitality are just trying to move away as slowly as they can. A double kill going over to Audrey just before Vitality can react to it. But there's still no one to defend this front door. Nukeduck's knocking on it.
Cabochard wanted to recall and then join in with home guards. So he came in very late with the teleport. Mid lane is open though, as you mentioned, Pyra, and that's going to be a tower for Vitality.
Well, if there's one thing I know, Deficio, when it's an open mid, a team like Vitality can definitely push forward to try and end it. That is their 6th tower of the game to the one that Giants have secured, the only one up in that top lane. This is starting to resemble what they were doing against Unicorns. That game was, about 30 minutes. This game, if trends continue, might end pretty soon as well. A lot of damage. Yarden, however, gets stunned up. A misstep from him, stunned by the Winter's Bite and the follow-up. But still, so many members of Giants commit to that mid. All of a sudden, Nukeduck says, that's fine. I'm just going to peck away at your tower. Unstoppable force burn. Cannon barrage. Nukeduck might go down here, and he will, but not before getting a whole lot of damage out. So 2 members lost. Death timers are actually relatively high. Giants have a small window to react to this.
Vitality getting very sloppy right now. Not only in the way they're building, obviously, we talk about the ohm wrecker and so on. Technically, it is a good item if you're snowballing.
Hey man, he hasn't died.
And again, if you want to dive, it is technically a good item, but Yarn in there, he had flash ready. He could have just flashed out as soon as he saw the Braum connect, and he was like, okay, there's a chance I'm going to get stunned here, and just play super safe. Nukeduck as well. End up getting hit by Malphite ulti into Gangplank ulti, and that's a mid tower for Giants. Still 10,000 gold behind. But Vitality just fooling around a little bit.
Yeah, some much needed gold for Giants, but they will need to climb a lot higher than that to get themselves back in this game. We have hit 30 minutes. They are still 10,000, as you said, gold behind. 2 dragons to 0, 7 towers to only 2 now, as that was the only thing they could take off the Death Timers. Nukeduck just coming off cooldown. Massive wave in the top side. Vitality are more interested in this dragon. It's about to come off. Number 3 means speed boost. And they should be able to pick it up, no contest. Wards just all over this jungle as well. Giants, they haven't had time to clear anyone out. So they just get every movement on the map spotted.
I'm waiting at that point where Giants, now they've been getting a few kills here. They got a tower. We start looking at items completed for them. 2 items completed is the max for any member on that team, where obviously Vitality are pretty far ahead in that case, already completed 3rd on towards the 4th item.
Adam, he's had a couple of big plays with that ultimate of Malphite, but it has not been nearly enough. Nukeduck right behind Yarnin, looking to try and march down this mid with the rest of Vitality.
I mean, right here, you got the TP now.
There's a TP, flank around the back, immediately Vitality move away, but they might be caught here, because Singh, he's the one who gets bowled over by Adam, but Counterstrike taking the line in front as Nukeduck answers back onto the big rock man, and now Heavy still trying to let the barrels fly, but Godfrey's the one who's caught. Yarnin picks up the kill, and he keeps on pushing. All said and done, it's a 1 for 2. Vitality caught out. Best situation Giants could have hoped for, and they lose more than they give.
Again, too much focus on the wrong member. Like, you don't need to destroy Kissing here at all. You're aiming for Yarnin or Nukeduck. Like, you want to take down one of the squishy, one of the damage dealers.
He's coming right back in. He's already backed after all. That one throws the hook, and it's not going to land on Audrey, but still, they get themselves an inhib now. 32 minutes in, they've still got a wave down bot. They've still got a wave pushing in the top.
And that was the play for Giants to get back in the game. Really, TP used from Adam. They placed that ward in the lane and were waiting for Vitality to push up, so it was what we talked about, but
Baron, they can just start pressuring it here. Yes, there are blue trinkets on Giants if they can spot it, but they're powerful enough, they're far enough ahead, they might be able to just peel off and take these fights consistently, but they're still just trying to get a catch onto Peppy, and they do, play him back. Oranges aren't even gonna be nearly enough, and he burns the flash before going down. Adam gets a knockup, but there's still no follow-up. He just tried to use it as an escape path, they play him back in. Cabochard taking most of that culling as Yarnin picks up another kill, and forget about the Baron, they're marching on the base.
they can get everything now. Pyra here, 2 members dead from Giants. Batongyaka.
Oh, he's got to go down now, trying to flash his way away. And he may not be safe after this one. Gets Nukeduck caught up in a cocoon, but it won't be much longer before he turns into a big, beautiful butterfly and ends this one. Tower's starting to fall. That's the first of the next turn. No, it's something else entirely. But Batongyaka, talk about something else, he's dead. Audrey and Godfrey, only ones left standing to try and hold the line, but it will not be enough. He's caught on another hook, courtesy of Kissing. Audrey nearly eats it back inside of his own fountain. The Nexus is gonna fall. Vitality show why they are so powerful as they take down Giants Gaming. In the comps, it's time to see the action as H2k take to the Rift against Fnatic.
pre-level 12.
He's still not gone back to base,
We have an engage.
May not come in handy. Ignite was down on him, but Teleport's coming in, and Odoamne turns for Clyde. That's first blood. Given over to the Ezreal, though, as Rekkles picks that one up. Vander a little bit low in all the craziness, so the bot lane of H2k down. Odo getting free hit on. Gamsu looking to try and cut him off there, throws the ward down. Minions at the back. This will be another given over to Rekkles. 2-0, and now we've got a pause. Great start for Rekkles, though.
Yeah, that was like the perfect play. Yeah, so one of the things Forgiven did gain by staying in lane was he forced Rekkles to stay as well, so he didn't get an early tier. Fly, though, getting caught out, no flash.
No flash, gets stunned.
Stunned after the play, doesn't have any tools to get out of this one. He does hook Vander in, and all of a sudden Rekkles and Spirit are right behind him. Vander's gone, big explosive cast to knock them all back into the team, and Jankos will be able to return fire onto Spirit. Ace Null hits Rekkles as he body blocked for Clyde.
Here's Gamsu, though.
Gamsu around the side, looks for Forgiven. There's the summoner heal, there's the flash. Two summoners trying to get out of this one. Ryu has to burn his as well.
Complete surprise here for H2k because in no seemingly world should Gamsu show up here. He teleported down to the bot lane base. He should be walking top, so H2k completely surprised by Gamsu. Obviously, Odoamne is going to punish that play though. Very risky for Gamsu to just level 7, walk towards the blue buff.
He did gain, well, what he gained was a lot of flashes being blown, so Fnatic has an opening now. Once this TP is up again for Gamsu, maybe to try and punish. Also, yeah, you have the TP for Febiven, you have the ulti, so... And you can see Odoamne now has been able to push up mid. He has the Rift Hell buff for himself, so he was pushing top and he just walks in. Can he escape though? Yeah, just gonna take bot tower.
It's the knock-up on Rekkles, does force the summon hero, but look, they just immediately trade for it. So Odoamne being the hero that H2k needs, and look at just how tanky he is, keeping them occupied. Might even last until they get to the party. The spear goes flying. A little bit too late. Spirit does get the kill.
To force a Baron fight, to force the enemy teleport being used. Because then when the next time you do it, it's not about actually doing it blind. It's about getting your team in a bad team fight, honestly. They're starting it straight away. There's no blue trinket used. Rekkles does have his.
It just got up, so he's going to use it immediately. And that's why H2k, they were trying to 2-man it by leaving 3 members in the mid lane to fake it out. Fnatic, this time, with a better understanding of these Baron bases. They get
Forgiven! Big man body slams in with the flash, and that is all she wrote for Forgiven. Did not see that one coming. Fnatic, they can start pushing on this mid now. They've got to go for it.
And this time Spirit said, I don't need my Q damage. I need to make sure Forgiven cannot flash away. So he body slams in. He's knocked up. Then he shoots him back with his ulti instantly. No reaction there from Forgiven at all. He couldn't really do anything when it's a flash body slam into ulti. Fnatic starts the Baron now. And yes, they're down in gold. They're still very healthy. They're ready to fight.
Fnatic do not want the Baron. They want H2k to walk in and win a teamfight 4v5 because Forgiven is still in base.
Yeah, not quite committing to it, but they will wait for the Braum ulti. Knocks up Febiven. In comes Jankos. The Baron is so low. It's up for grabs. It's taken by Jankos. And now Fnatic, they're trapped in the pit, but H2k are bleeding low. Shut down. Ryu gets the kill, but Gamsu follows him over. 1-for-1 with a twisted advance, and now Odoamne's caught between 3 Fnatic members. Still, H2k secured the big buff. And now with Odo going down, or will he, as he flashes away, still tanking, still surviving until the last second. 3 members with the Baron buff now.
Some absolutely insane plays here from H2k. That Baron buff dropping low. Jankos got hooked by Clyde in that fight. He still lands a smite, but then will follow afterwards. It was just absolutely insane. The spear connecting with Ryu flashing, I think, over the wall into an auto attack, sniping Rekkles in the back of that fight.
Still, with the Baron buff, it's about just having it at least on 1 member to buff up the minions. 2 is the best for H2k in this case, 1 on the side lane with the Nautilus. And they're still pushing up with Baron buff. They have a lot of pokes still.
Take it, they've caught Gamsu. Do they really want to go in on that? I don't think so, as the Gangplank barrels continue to push him out.
Just to whittle down whoever comes at him with that max range.
Well, it's something we also see more on these auto-attackers, where going for double Zeal item for double or for an insane amount of crit is very, very strong. And
Odo's knocked in. He is just so damn tanky, but will it be enough as Clyde gets knocked up and taken out? Ryu gets the kill. H2k still want to back off. They traded Odoamne for the support of Fnatic, a 4v4.
Anymore with the proc. If you want to go for double Zeal item, which you do want on like Tristana and Caitlyn, these auto-attacking champions, it is very good defensive answer for him. And let's see it engage.
There's the flank. Odo looks around for the Ezreal, not able to find him before he's able to go back, but Forgiven was able to take out Clyde quite easily there. The cannon barrage comes down to try and deter any more, and Spirit picks up the spree kill onto Odo, and Gamsu takes out Vander now. Bleeding out, he's taken out, but Forgiven, body blast, big barrel, double kill for Spirit. And that ends up being a 2 for 2. 2 for 3, rather.
So H2k not opting for any ZZ route, not opting for Banner of Command is a major macro mistake, and that's, again, something we're not used to seeing. Right now, though, they find an opening here, a window. 2 blue chickens are up, but Fnatic are not aware. Now they find out.
Yeah, teleport's coming in, but it is way too late to make the play here, but Fnatic will try anyways. Yanking in goes Gamsu, twist advance onto Vander, but they're taking damage, return fire. Inside, all the cannon barrage. Gamsu is the first casualty, and now Yanko jumps in. Zanya's mid-hop, leaps all the way back, and a lot of AoE damage. Spirit is shut down, but not before he finds Vander. However, H2k are winning this fight in spades. Double kill for Forgiven now. Only 2 members of Fnatic limping away.
Yeah, Fnatic in complete disarray. Get caught with their pants down. Baron goes down and they panic. They go in for the straight hard engage into a Braum. Vander blocked so much damage, completely annihilated Reckless's ultimate. And then H2k spread out and re-engage, and at that point, it's too little too late.
This is what you guys said earlier on in the game. What Vander needs to do, tank up the damage. Even if he dies, it's absolutely worth. The death timers are too damn high here. Almost 4,000 is the Baron power play as Odawamne gets hooked under double turret. Doesn't even matter. Cly, his health bar's melting, and Ryu Foss bombs him down. One more tower is all that's left. Febivin can't hold the line. Not a good day for Gangplank here. And the Nexus will fall, and H2k will complete the victory over Fnatic to keep themselves at the top of the table.
And the Fisio is disappointed.
Splyce have the possibility of getting run over early. Are there some tools here that Origen can play with? The LeBlanc, the Quinn, the Lee Sin, at least in the solo lanes?
I mean, definitely they have the tools, or they can lose the solo lanes. Although I think Lissandra lanes fine into LeBlanc. It feels like that's actually a decent matchup that I've seen before. My memory's a little foggy here, so I may be wrong.
Especially with the item path of early Abyssal Scepter, that can play into Lissandra's favor.
Both go early Abyssal, obviously. But it's just that you can, at least when she distortions in, a well-timed W can snare. You can farm relatively safely. I wonder, though, if Splyce lane swaps here. They will lose their bottom lane advantage. Caitlyn, obviously, the superior trader into melee matchup with supports. But if they lane swap, they can at least hide the Gangplank, because Gangplank into Quinn is ugly in the early game.
Yeah, Gangplank into a lot of things is tough, but this is especially difficult. And we'll need to see if there's going to be some support from Amazing onto Soaz. It worked out a little bit last week, and I distinctly remember some poor 2v2 targeting on the side of Origen that made their life a bit difficult. Here's your team compositions once more. The flags are lit as well. Origen taking on Splyce. And there's actually a lot at stake here, Crepper, because if Origen win this game, we will have 3 teams locked into playoff positions.
See on the map. He walked into bottom lane for Gang 2 and revealed himself. So both junglers have had failed attempts. Here's attempt number 4 in the top lane.
This one might work out. Sonic Wave connects. Soaz flashes in, and the final follow-through from Amazing. Summoner heal comes up from Kobby. Amazing and Soaz are reading completely different playbooks.
Yeah.
We see Sven and Mythy completely shoving Kobby and Nisbet out of lane. Plus 20 CS and a tower. And you can maybe attribute that to the fact that Kobby and Nisbet went to help out Wonderwear up top. Sunkirks is in trouble, got the support of Trash here. Self-cast in the tomb. Everything connects, and Amazing gets one back. While all of the attention's down bottom, Sven is pushing up top, so towers are under pressure. Chains connect, Senkux will get rooted. Amazing will not miss the Sonic Wave. Senkux no longer able to use the tomb, and an easy peasy kill with a tower trade in the not too distant future.
Yeah, but you have 4 people of Splyce taking down a tower, and Sven's like, it takes you 4 of you to do that? I can do that on my own, which obviously leaves a member's advantage from Origen somewhere else on the map. And Soaz actually created an opening with the Quinn. He's very unpredictable in his map movements because he's so damn quick. He shows up, draws some members from Splyce to reveal themselves. Origen do the math. He's like, Senkux is alone in the mid lane. We have gap closer double chain. Senkux dies.
And this is something that Origen did last week when they were using Soaz's Fiora. We'll expand on that in a second. Glacial Fissure comes out just for Amazing. Amazing's got no flash, and he gets deaded.
Origen looking for the collapse here. Wonderwear getting caught.
Oh, the barrel goes down as well. Soaz, maybe with the counterplay, the support from Mythy's not coming in. Soaz will get the kill. That got very, very risky.
Yeah, Origen, Soaz here, puts his opponent in his underwear. No more W there. Takes him down.
Now, there is a risk, right? Essence Reaver, Triforce, another
Or some
BF
teleports.
for Wonderwear. Forced error. Let's see if it'll be on Origen or Splyce. Cannon Barrage comes down in the retreat. Senkas flashes forward. Amazing is the target. A very good multi-man knockup from Mythic. They've traded 1 for 1. Mid for jungle. Soaz is playing around on the flanks and Power of Evil's looking for a target. Defensive flash away from Soaz and Power of Evil forces Cobby away but doesn't get the kill. Everybody's knocked into the river for a brief swim, but it's Wonderwear that's with the fishes, and it's a 1 for 2.
Yeah, in an attempt to force an error here, Splyce make a completely unforced error. What a horrible engage. We have to call it what it is. Cannon Barrage completely misses in that fight, and Senkox could not find the target he should be looking for. He went to do amazing, just played pinball with them. 4-man kick, I believe, and then Sven completely untouched, so target prioritization was absolutely horrendous here from Splyce. And Origen, they danced around beautifully in that fight. They really understood how to play it, and that's why they get 2 kills for 1. And more importantly, both teleports are on cooldown right now.
Yeah, very, very big benefit. Origen are going to try make it a hat trick. 2 kills, and the third one, potentially the Baron. It's going down very quick. There's a lot of damage. Splyce are making their way in. Cannon Barrage not available, nor is the teleports. And Origen maybe wisely backing away, not worth the risk.
Yeah, definitely a little bit too soon here. The war for the Scarlet Crab finishes as Origen pick it up, so that means it seems that he wants to flank here. Hang on.
Wow, he's going all the way in. They've caught Cobby. Cobby is just obliterated. Amazing with a confident play. Now they turn their attention to Baron. Senkax follows the claw through, finds nobody to root, and puts a barrel in the behind of Mythy.
Yeah, and the Cannon Barrage being down is so crucial because it cuts out usually the escape path for Origen, allowing Senkax to close the gap. He's touching back on Origen. Soaz though, he went for the Hexdrinker, even though he's most likely going to be 1v1 in Woundwear, so it does indicate that Origen starting to feel comfortable to go for fights here.
Yes, they are. Power of Evil dashes forward to the double distortion. Glacial Fissure to try splits it up, but the damage is already done. Mythy is waiting in the wings to catch Senkax, and it's Soaz that goes on a killing spree. Origen turn their attention to Baron.
Some early mistakes from Origen, but right now in the mid game, ever since 15 minutes, they have been completely dismantling Splyce overall. Splyce had 1 chance, 1 shot. I'm not gonna say the other word. That's 3 shots. Gangplank goes down.
That counts as a 1 shot. Come on.
I mean, yeah, okay, I'll give it.
Well, look, Power of Evil on LeBlanc. This is the first time that he's played this champion this split. We've been wondering if he was going to pull it out, and he's making it count. I actually said it in Picks and Bans last week. Maybe not as convincingly as I could have. But it is a good performance.
I mean, Origen just completely controlling this game. And we talked a little bit about how
TP.
Hang on.
Double TP, in fact. Origen are going to get caught up. Power of Evil cleanses and dashes over the wall. They've shut him down. Baron power play is going to be counteracted. A strong defense from Splyce on the fight, but Soaz is looking at the inhibitor turret. He's cracked 1 already. Turned his attention to the inhibitor. If Origen can keep Splyce busy, how much base damage can be done? Soaz is forced to back away, and the inhibitor stands.
Yeah, really good split push here. Again, Origen taking 1 member down in exchange for an exposed inhibitor. That's worth it in the end. Another tower falls here. Amazing going for the kick. This business, he has to be dead.
Yeah, the Unbreakable Shield will not keep him alive for too long. I, in fact, retract that. The exhaust kept him up longer, but they lose the tower in the trade.
This is where we start questioning. Is it like buying time for Soaz? Yes, it's good, but they could have done that without going for that fight. Soaz trades his life for his support. Miscalculates a little bit. I mean, I thought it looked pretty. I thought he knew what he was doing.
If Origen showed me something last week, is Soaz sitting on that ward? Soaz doesn't want to be with the team. He's quite happy to look for the base. You might wonder where he's gone. Power of Evil sent him back to base.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yep, right, inhibitor secured. Sven takes it down. Soaz, with the help of a minion wave, he'll shut down another inhibitor. Origen are now just running away. Look at Wonderwear on your screen. Really did not expect Power of Evil out the flank.
Yeah, that's where you just blame your team. Call miss, please. Now, Origen just really good at rotating between his lanes, looking for a mistake. They're forcing mistakes without really overexposing themselves to one. One can argue that Splyce needs to set up for the TP flanks better, though. We'll talk about it later. 3-man combo.
3-man knock up into a double pinball strike. The Glacial Fissure comes out. There's a lot of AoE damage. Kobe is down and Origen forced to think twice about re-engaging. Still dancing around the turret as Senkax and Trashy are staying alive. Between Repel and the Tomb, they've dodged a lot of damage. Amazing is rooted in place, and finally Senkax goes down. It's a triple kill for Soaz. He's not done yet. Looking for the Quadra. It's stolen by Scumbag Miffy, and they turn their attention to the Inhibitor turret. Inhibitor will fall shortly after if they stick around. Instead, the potential 1v3.
You say stall, and I say teamwork.
Definitely want to force their hand. Teleports up. No cannon barrage from Wonderware.
works.
It's about a third of the cooldown still to go. Splyce are grouping up. Soaz is putting pressure on Wonderware in the base, while Sven and Miffy are on the Baron. Defensive flash from Wonderware. Soaz has won that. The peel away from Origen. They've got Nisbet already. There was no Fissure to be used. The culling takes some damage, and Amazing lands flat on a trap. Kobe's going to continue to try piece away. Senkax follows the Claw of Doom, but isn't sentencing anyone to it. Soaz has already got one inhibitor.
Yeah, amazing. Fantastically Legends player. Needs to work on that mind sweeping a little bit more. But Origen collapsed immediately. Power Evil looking in the flanks, and they force Splyce to face check, and then they pick them off. And Splyce trying to outplay in these very, very cumbersome situations. And Soaz just adding so much pressure. Every time he disappears, you got to look at your Nexus.
Teleport is available, as is Cannon Barrage for Wonderware. Trashy's at half hit points. Sven with a very respectful flash. Gets out of range of that glacial path, and Kobe's going to continue backing away. Look at Soaz coming
flanking
from the jungle. There is some damage to be had. Soaz could look to engage, and I think that he will. He bolts forward, and Kobe's down. Soaz goes godlike for them juicy fantasy points. A double kill as he trunks down Trashy. A flash away from Senkax over the wall, and Soaz instantly turns his attention. But those barrels hurt.
Yeah, they definitely hurt, but the Baguette 8-0 and 6 right now. I love that nickname, by the way. Sounds like a failed comic superhero. But he's straight up carrying his game with the split push pressure. He's just making it impossible for Splyce to do anything, and they're trying.
Teleport, zoom, broom, zoom. Oh, we didn't see the broom. I bought a Baguette pen because of Soaz at Worlds, and his Fiora play inspired some Baguette Fiora skins. Origen are going to crack open yet another inhibitor. They've decided they don't need anything more to finish this game because they've killed Senkax. There's a multi-man knockup once again. A double kill as Nisbet follows shortly. They chase Wonderware onto the fountain, take him out through the healing, turn their attention to the Nexus, and Origen take down Splyce.
It feels like I'm watching World Elite Draft right now, because their top laner, 957, that's his name, by the way, 957. He, like, blind picks Rammus 3 games in a row. He picks it into Lissandra, which actually surprisingly well works, because you can taunt her when she's clawing, and she can't claw away early enough, and if you do it at the right frame, she's always kind of caught. So, plays it a lot. It has a pretty deceptive amount of damage, around like 15 to 20 minutes. It is really, you need to expect what's coming there, because Rammus can deal so much damage, but then post 25-30 it just completely falls flat.
Especially if you're sticking around as a Nautilus with that dredge line, with that Riptide. We've seen full channels on those Tremors really doing a lot of damage. So UOL against Roccat. UOL, this is their 4th jungler in the spring split, if I'm counting correctly. Trying to still find the rhythm. They've fallen off in tempo. They were an early game team at the beginning of the split, and obviously having those visa struggles and then player rotations is causing them some difficulty. You guys at home, tell us if you think they'll win. Hashtag UOL win.
Or
will it be okay? The crowd seems to be behind that one.
win. Because there's 2 teams here.
There is. I just
all hashtags matter.
I just want to let my Rammus moment lie. And after last week's discussion about the Roccat logo and the Splyce logo, turns out it's a snow leopard.
Snow leopard?
Yes, just letting you know that. I didn't know.
So you see, if you take wave clear to wave clear, not much will happen. But if you flank from one side, flank from the other, Fox.
The tower gets denied. Noxiac, what a shot!
Yeah, what a shot! But he almost screwed over that dive. He almost saved Fox. If Fox could like step 1 more inch forward, Noxiac would have the very embarrassing moment where you try to help your team, but you kind of give a free Zanyas to the opponent. Playing too far back here, just allowing Fox to get dove. That should never happen. He should always have backup.
Great play there from Roccat. They actually secure first blood in 2/3 of the games that they play. Barrel comes out, just splits the minions from Chachi. Insta-slow on the barrel roll Q, dredge line to the corpse of a tower. And Freddy, he wants to spin to win. A two-man knockup, but there's no more mana. Freddy will connect with the Powerball.
He's gonna die.
Tremors. He did die.
Yeah, what's happening on the rest of the map right now? Can they capitalize here? Time spent from Roccat in the top lane. Looking at tabs itemization-wise, Hexfinker picked up, so he's a little scared of the Death's Charge coming out, followed from Fox. Because obviously, Freddy will be zoning Steel back in these fights.
Well, Freddy teleports in and just gets booted away. And he's left for dead. Unbreakable will time out shortly and actually is able to survive. A flash body slam from EULCS. He's got Fox and Lulex. This has gone horribly wrong for the Unicorns of Love. Lulex is forced to flash away. Chachi and Hilly are turning it back around. Noxiac stays alive. We didn't see the Tempered Fate used, I believe it was earlier. Betsy's trying to get one back onto EULCS. 3 members of the Unicorns are down and Chachi's taking him on a magical journey. Freddy, with the help of Betsy, shuts him down. It's a 4 for 2.
Yeah, completely wide off the face of the map there. Unicorns get crushed. Really good opening by Freddy, honestly. Noxiac with a little unfortunate series of events. Flashing into that wall. It's still a 50-50 though, because Kalista is dead. Lulex is around with tunnels. Betsy will have to zone, red buff proc. And obviously, good thing for Roccat is Rammus can tank that Baron for absolute ages.
Yes, he can. Lulex has smite available, but he has to contend with Betsy and
Betsy
double buffs. He's just going to get rid of him completely. Baron will be secured on 4 members and an additional kill.
And completely out of nowhere, that fight seemingly started with no introduction whatsoever. TP from Freddy. Oh yeah, they can definitely siege very well.
Teleport advantage for Chachi, at the very least. One tool available to them, but the risk of jumping into a team that's got a 7k gold lead in Baron.
It's just so hard to like, the Rammus split push right now, almost impossible to deal with. And then the siege coming out of Roccat here, the threat of the Tempered Fate, being able to make that fight uneven numbers really quick. They can just start on the Fox or somebody else. Let's see if they use it.
Tempered Fate was used to try dive this tower. The teleport was used by Chachi. Fate's Call is being held. The trigger's now being pulled. Betsy's already down while Freddy's trying to split push. EULCS is buying as much time as he can. They're going to lose maybe 2 members of Roccat to secure an inhibitor. Worth or not worth, Crepo?
I think they could have, I mean, this, if you're going to nitpick, they could have opened up that inhibitor without sacrificing any lives. They do speed up the process. If the 2 kills don't tilt the gold values to the point where you now will start losing fights, it's actually an okay trade.
Well, look at that. The gravity field comes out.
Oh, that
Taunt
combo.
Freddy, but it doesn't matter. He already captured Fox. Fox goes down at the cost of the tower.
Yeah, taunt into the bar Q. Cosmic Binding comes out, and that's, now it's 100% worth right now.
Nothing comes of it though, because you can just body slam to safety. And look at that, Freddy, not the greatest amount of MR. Gets pulled back. The flash body slam into Fox. Steelback. Steelback's trying to get away. Not having the same level of impact we're used to. Fox is taunted up by Freddy, and he continues to stay alive. Steelback re-engages, but the exhaust is fantastic, mitigating all of the damage. It's a 2 for 2 so far. Hilly's trying to peel away from Tabs, but Tabs will take him down. 2 for 3, and this opens the tower.
Yeah, Betsy comes out swinging, aggressive flash into the fight, picks up 2, kind of turn it around because it was looking grim for a moment, but then eventually Roccat, obviously with that gold lead, they pull ahead. That's inhib number 2 going down, and this is complete control of the map right here. Betsy, yeah, again performing very, very well for Roccat.
Enabled early on, farmed his way to power, 368 CS in 34 minutes. And really
with 7 kills, more importantly, just really showing up. This tower's gonna melt too, 3-2. There's nothing they can do. Unicorns just, they've completely lost control of the game right now. At this point, it is up to Roccat to firmly lift the game into their hands, grab it tightly, and throw it over to the side of Unicorns of Love.
Crepo, Tabs gets caught out by the dredge line. Unicorns are trying to set something up. Roccat are trying to peel and kite backwards. Fate's Call is used and Noxiac just pieces out.
Yeah, just improvements seem to be very slow in the middle of the season for Unicorns. Where all the teams are catching up in improvement, Unicorns actually take a step backwards. Yes, there were jungle issues, but compare it with a team like H2k that can plug and play members and maintain a semblance of macro game of their playstyle. The Unicorns have been, yeah, slowly just losing control.
Yeah, that seems to be the case, and it's actually been a very similar game. Freddy just completely sneaks an inhibitor. Roccat find themselves on Unicorn's side of the base. There's minions pouring into the Nexus turrets. Roccat they can look to
zone.
pick
They
up
should
a
just
win.
go for the towers here. Freddy just doing his job. Fantastic job zoning.
Freddy's going to be taking on 5 members of
Look at
Unicorns
Steelback.
of Blood. Steelback is sitting on the sideline. He's pouring out the culling. Betsy gets booted backwards and he Valkyries to safety. Fox is the target. Exhaust is down, but he's backed away. Freddy trades his life with Steelback, and that is definitely worth it. A peel away from Noxiac, taking a magical journey, and Tabs is trying to get away, but the Unicorns have turned this one around. They've not killed Tabs, though. Tabs is trying to get the auto attacks down. He's got so much to work with. That's a double kill. Gonna look for the triple kill after the rend is used to slow Chachi. Fox manages to escape with his life, and Chachi tries to put his best Spider-Man impression, but it will not be enough today. Tabs peels away, and actually he survives.
Yeah, Fox is out of mana here. Airwax closing in. Just want to buy time. Nexus Tower is about to fall, and just look at what Steelback did. Freddy touched him once. The damage was a Thornmail taking him down.
And there's nothing that Unicorns can do. The super minions, the Winions are pouring onto the base. And only for the 3rd time this split will a bottom of the table team take down an upper table team.